The single reason my generation is tougher than your generation. Point of view. You hear a nostalgic song, and it brings back good memories. The summer of 2069 is closer to us than the summer of 1969. $100 says there's a coyote under there. The look on my face, listening to most of today's music. I'm so glad I grew up doing this and not this. People always thought that I was younger than I really was. Now that my hair is gray, I don't get carded anymore. People always thought I was older than I was. I never got carded to begin with, even when I was 16. The 4 weapons of punishing your kid. Also 4 good examples of why most people's children didn't grow up just to be in prison. Am I the only one who ever eaten these like candy? Teenagers then. I must fight and risk my life for my country. Teenagers now. I'm so depressed. Oh my God, my vape died. To be fair, there is some good reasons for them to be depressed. Point of view. You are waiting for dinner while your parents are arguing at each other. My parents, after using internet slang from 5 years ago. Roses are red, but violets aren't blue. During our childhood, we've all been lied to. We've certainly all been lied to, that's to say the least, and it wasn't just during our childhood either. You slammed the door in an argument with your mom. I must get out of here as quick as possible. They put the Discman with the anti-skip system in a museum. This is what it feels like to turn old, officially. Everyone from back then knows it wasn't Panasonic. It was the Sony Walkman, is what everybody wanted. It was the best one built at the time. And no matter what brand, the anti-skip system never really worked all that well. Dads, brag about waking up early. Also, dads, 5 minutes after sitting on the couch. Whatever. An ancient artifact from a more civilized time. This is true. And for some reason, everybody had one of these. Zodiac signs. What piece are you picking? Why does the inside of a cheese grater look like every rap music video from the early 2000s? That's a really good question. How much of an allowance did you get as a teenager per week? Me. I was allowed to live there. That's absolutely right. Technology design peaked here. Yes, transparent electronics were, really cool back then, but peak there? No, I can't agree with that. I never knew that there was a transparent PS2 though. Things were better back in the day. Back in the day. I'm sorry, but this looks disgusting. You ruined 2 good chickens. Oh look, enough gum to last about 28 minutes. Why is this so true? It had like a really great flavor, but it only lasted like 10 seconds. Then you'd be grabbing for the next piece. When I was a child, this is the person that told me bedtime stories. When kids ask me why people in old photos have red eyes, I tell them they were too young to remember the demon uprising of 1980. These guys were way ahead of their time, live streaming from their basement. And yet, no one at the time really questioned that this wasn't normal for some reason. The 1990s can be defined by buying a CD on the strength of one good song you heard on the radio. I'm starting to think our parents really didn't care what happened to us back in the day. Yep, the Gravitron. That was a pretty cool ride. These days I'd be afraid it would fall apart or something though. The most ignored warning on the entire planet. Do not blow on the edge of this connector. That was the first thing you done when it didn't work. Kids these days will never know the feeling of seeing someone you know's name in the book. My answer when someone asks me how old I am. I was once on the telephone with Blockbuster Video. This guy's a comedian, but I cannot remember his name, but he's on YouTube. Eminem trends on Twitter after Gen Z TikTokers try to cancel him and millennials are fighting back. Boomers already tried to cancel him. Why is Gen Z turning into boomers? Remember, turn your computer off before midnight on 12/31/1999. Watching Back to the Future 2 with 14-year-old and he said 2015. That's not the future, that was 8 years ago. I just sat there quietly, almost like I was at my own funeral because I'd somehow outlived the future of my own childhood and somehow I'm not already dead. Friend, you can't possibly guess a Wheel of Fortune puzzle with no letters. I can't give any hints about this because it'll give it away, but this is probably the greatest one of all time. Kid, did they have scary movies when you were a kid? Me. We had scary everything when I was a kid. If you have a favorite pattern, your back hurts when you wake up now. Yeah, I always chose the Dark Castle one. It's not that our parents tried to kill us, they just didn't always put a lot of effort into preventing it. I disagree with this one. Kids were just tougher back then. Getting out of your car in the 90s was like... absolutely true. Thinking about purchasing a Verco 3700 BRM desk so I can finally get some decent sleep. Mother in the 60s, my hair can't get any bigger. Daughter in the 80s, hold my boombox. In the 80s, a medical alert company aired a series of commercials depicting the elderly using their device to call for help. One of the women said, "I've fallen and I can't get up." And an entire generation decided, yes, this is the comedy catchphrase for us. You might be old, but are you this old? Yes, I am. Other people. How old are you? Me, this old. Why did every family seem to have at least one of these bowls? 2050 is closer than 1990. I'm now, take a picture of labels with my phone so I can blow it up bigger and read it, years old. Trapper Keepers defined your level of cool in elementary school. If you know what this is, you're old. When I was a kid, this is how we made a playlist. My senior picture. Aquanet, Extra Super Hold, Professional Hairspray. How to tell you're an adult. You gained 30 pounds overnight. You'd rather sleep than go out. Everything hurts. Comfort comes before style. You have a favorite spatula. Everything feels like a chore. College students look like 12-year-olds. You're always annoyed. Who wants to know their future? Everything in this picture is now in your pocket. How many people remember that when your teacher said, "You won't always have a calculator in your pocket"? Little did they know. Who remembers books with records? They say 40 is the new 30, and 50 is the new 40. All I know is the older I get, the more 9 p.m. is the new midnight. I sort of agree with this. However, I just don't have enough hours in the day to go to bed that early. It's like right now while I'm recording this video, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. How it feels when I have to scroll down to the year I was born. Gotta love the irony of a generation raised on making prank phone calls, only to be terrorized by daily robocalls now. When I was a kid, there were no phones or tablets. We read cereal boxes at breakfast. Non-Generation X folks to Gen X. Why are you the way you are? Generation X. Mom uses a trash can to contain her baby while she crochets in the park. 1969. My generation had mosh pits. Yours has safe spaces. We are not the same. The 1980s. People wanted to know what the future would look like. In 2023, people want to go back to the 1980s. Scientists now believe the depletion of the ozone layer was caused by 3/4 of the people from your high school yearbook. Kids, I shit you not. There used to be a phone number you could call just to find out what time it was. There was also a phone number you could call just to find out the weather. In the wintertime, I'd call it every morning just to see if there was a chance a school could be canceled. Someone said, 30 years ago. And my mind went, "Ah, yes, the 1970s. But they meant 1992. And now I need to lay down. The wind never stood a chance." What was it with windbreakers? When I was young, I was poor. But after years of hard work, I am no longer young. I don't need a man. I know how to put oil in my car. It ain't just women in this generation. Most men don't know how to do anything either. I'm telling my grandkids this is the Terminator and Sarah Connor. How many people remember the name of this great movie? For Sale, Vintage Tupperware, Foot Bath, / Meat Defroster, / Puke Bucket, / Potato Salad, / Popcorn Bowl. Why is this so true? Chuck Norris admitting to using stunt doubles in his movies, but only for the crying parts. Me at 18. As long as I get home at 4 a.m., I can get up for work at 6. Me now. How dare you even suggest we start a movie at 8 p.m.? Today, I heard a girl ask her dad why people say, hang up the phone. Welcome to your 40s. You now get irrationally angry when it's windy. 2050 is as far away as 1990. Nope, don't like that. I'm gonna tell my kids these wires went to the fridge for the ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard dispenser. Wanna feel old? Here's 90s pop band Hanson today. I grew up thinking Olive Garden and Red Lobster were 5-star fine dining restaurants. That's so true. Men, 1973. Men, 2023. Boomers, Millennials, Gen Z, Gen X. To build character, I make my kids stare at this for 5 minutes before they can use the Wi-Fi. Just a reminder that there will never be a generation who fought harder against the wind than we did. Hitting the age where I finally understand why people were so excited to win an appliance. Even more so these days. When you're over 35 and awake past 9 p.m., call me Nighthawk. Twitter needs an update where you can play music on your page, so when someone comes on your page, they're going to be hearing your favorite song. We finally have reached a generation that doesn't know what MySpace is. The fact that people used to deliver pizzas before GPS is so absurd to me. People were really calling up a pizzeria like, I want a large pizza delivered in 30 minutes. I'm going to give you a house number and a random street name. Good luck. My son at 16, bedtime is 9. He has no phone and no internet access without a parent sitting in the room. Then it is limited to an hour max. There are parental passcodes on the TVs, and he can only watch certain TV programs. It's crazy that those are going to be the exact rules you follow in the nursing home. You can only bring back one. A. $500 a month 2-bedroom apartments. B. Gas from 79 to 99 cents. C. $1,000 used cars. D. $4.99 buffets. Depends on your situation, but for me, it's B, hands down. 90s moms, hold it up, honey, so everyone can see what you got. It's crazy how Justin Bieber grew up in front of us and is now older than us. This is more for Gen Z, but they do have a good point. Clubbing in your 20s. Clubbing in your 40s. The official sports drink when I was a kid. The Simpsons owned this home on a single salary from a husband who didn't go to college. This was considered normal in 1989 when the show began. Are you ready for more? You know you can't resist. Hit that subscribe button and click on one of the videos above. Come on, you know you want to. Are you really gonna make me beg? Fine. I'm begging you, please hit that subscribe button and click on one of the videos above now.